Okay, before we get into the Christing stuff, I want to talk about the idea that Ammon brings forward about the Septuagint. Mm-hmm. And Ammon believes the Septuagint was originally written in Greek and then translated into Hebrew. And he is the only person with a pulse
in the cosmos,
in the cosmos that believes this to be truth. And other people I've had on here, experts, I've asked the same thing, and they all say that the Greek in the Septuagint was, one guy, Gad Barnea, said it was Jewish Greek. Some people say it's Koine Greek.
It is Jewish, yeah.
It's Jewish.
Wait. Are you going to say it's Jewish Greek?
Why don't you make your case and then I'll make
Ammon, make your case. Okay. Lay it out for folks who aren't familiar with this, the people that may not even know what the Septuagint is.
Sure. So I'm not actually the first person to say this, nor am I the only person. There was a Jewish scholar, Yehuda, Dr. Yehuda, who wrote a book called Hebrew is Greek. And in it, he takes the triliteral roots that you find in the Hebrew, and then he shows you the Greek from which that term was derived. So, and he shows you through the use of colloquialisms, euphemisms, that the Hebrew is actually being constructed around the Greek. And he wrote his book, Hebrew is Greek, in the 80s, I think it was, 70s, 80s, something like that. And of course, you can imagine it did a dive, because if that's the case, everything that we know about biblical scholarship is wrong, completely wrong. There is a rabbi who came forward. Do you have, oh, there it is. Do you have, and there he's talking about the Spartans in the Greek, that the Jews are actually from Sparta and Crete. Anyway, can you, Steve, did you get the video clip, the short clip that I sent you last night?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, this is Rabbi, right? Tovia, right. Let's see here what he says. I'll be quiet.
Okay.
The key is that Christians are appealing to a Septuagint, a Greek translation. A translation can never be superior to the original. It's, in any Western court, the law of best evidence states that an original document in its original language is always superior to any translation. So this is a specious argument, but
he is exactly right. Steve. A translation cannot be superior.
To be clear, he is saying the Septuagint is a translation.
Right, he's saying the Septuagint
is a
translation.
Not agreeing
right,
with you.
so the Septuagint should be a step down from the Hebrew original, because in the translation process, you lose information. You never gain information. You never get a more technical document from a translation, because the translation is not adding.
You can always add stuff anytime you translate anything.
You can, but you're not translating. You're then
a lot of the Septuagint is an embellishment of the original Hebrew.
You're embellishing.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is exactly what you're saying doesn't happen, does happen with the Septuagint. Okay, go on.
So his premise is this: superior form is the original.
Who decides superior form?
I'll show you right now. Let's look at an actual text. Hit it, Steve, with the Greek text there. This is from Genesis 1:2. This is from Genesis 1:2.
Is it this one?
The one with the, yep, there you go. The whole verse is in the middle, and the earth was oratos and akataskewastos. The earth was King Jamesy, without form and void. Kaiskotos, and the darkness was upon the deep, they'll say, the abyss. And the Spirit of God hovered there over the waters. Now look at the two words that the earth is in the beginning. The earth was aoratos in Greek and akataskewastos. If you look up those words, just because you want to know what they are, next slide, Steve. If you look them up, you're going to see, right? Here we go. Look at just tell me really quick, akataskewastos, not properly prepared. And after that, they give a reference to a pharmacon, right? This word is used for synthetic drugs, right? These are unworked principles, akataskewastos. Look at kataskewastos below it. That's without the alpha privative on the front. So the alpha privative just negativizes the word. So what is something that is kataskewastos? It's artificial. It's created or artificial. Okay. So the earth is akataskewastos, not prepared, not created, not yet synthesized. Look at the bottom, aoratos. What else is the earth? It's unseen or invisible. I want you to drop down to the second line and look at to aoraton. What is it when you take the substantive of this adjective? It's an unseen world. And right after that, you get ex uranu. Do you understand me? This is a part of Greek physics that you're looking at, this word aoratos. Gaia and Uranos are part of it. Are you ready? Give me the next one. Wait, let me finish. Give me the next, after that. Here's the verb, because everything comes from the verb. What does the Hebrew version, okay, let's see, is this superior or inferior? Look at the Hebrew version, an empty place. This is tohu. For aoratos, was the translator on dope? If this went from Hebrew and this means an emptiness, how did it get to aoratos? You couldn't have. Somebody's on dope or Hebrew is less sophisticated. Clearly, look at the next word for akataskewastos. Bohu. Are you kidding? They just took toe and made it into a bow. And what do they got here? Again, emptiness. This Hebrew is not original. It is being constructed from the Greek. It is a terrible, terrible attempt to make a native translation out of a language that is so far sophisticated. Greek has 1.5 million word forms. Hebrew has 7,000 unique words. It can't compete. Okay, I'll stop there. You respond now.
Okay, thank you. So again, let's examine our priors here. In other words, what are we sort of assuming? You're assuming as you go through this, number one, that you can make a judgment as to which language is more superior, which is very debatable. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that you're right, that somehow Greek is more superior than Hebrew, which no linguist would.
Technically superior, that it's more advanced, that it's more descriptive, has a bigger vocabulary.
Greek has the philosophical tradition by this point, right? And so the translator who must be fluent in both Hebrew and Greek to do this translation is probably a Jewish person who knows Greek, because nothing else really makes sense. And this is a person probably in Alexandria, which is a center of Greek philosophical learning, right?
Yep.
And this Jewish guy who knows Greek, and maybe Greek is even his native language.
Of course it is.
Because he's in a Jewish colonial context, just like a Jew in the United States today would have English as their native language. Doesn't make them any less Jewish. Doesn't mean that they haven't been to synagogue and learned Hebrew.
100%. Okay. I get it.
So this guy is familiar with the Greek philosophical tradition. And so when he's translating these words, he is embellishing them. He's absolutely embellishing them. He's taking the Hebrew, and by the way, tohu wa bohu, we don't even know to this day exactly what this means, okay? Like there have been so many books written on just these few words, and it's unclear.